Welcome back to another Pokemon Falling Friday, home of the OG weekly market updates. Every Friday we go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going down in price. And we do also cover any big Pokemon news like cards or sets that get revealed. And we do have to give a big thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Metatcg. I did all the research and I found us the best possible website for you guys to sell your bulk. This website is so nice too, but if you guys have some bulk laying around, could be Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic, they just have to be near mint. You might as well trade them in for some cash or some super cool cards. They got a first edition Rockets Mewtwo, they got a Delta Species, Crystal Guardians Charizard, first edition Dark Dragonite, they got super nice Magic cards, they got it all, and it's so easy to sell them your cards. You just fill out exactly how many things you have. They even have a video showing you how to package everything. They streamline it all. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. Then, of course, the binder-bound t-shirt and hoodie. This is only going to be available for a limited time. We're working on the new design right now. And then my PSA link, if you click that in the description and use the code BEARD25, you will receive $25 off your very first PSA submission. All right, let's get into it. Hop into PokeBeard here. So we got a special English Mega Evolution set releasing in January. Features new type of trainer's product. We can exclusively reveal a special English set will release on January 30th. We do not know its name yet. It will likely feature Mega Dragonite EX and the upcoming Mega Attack rares, which were previewed at Worlds back in August. New products will include 3 tech sticker collections containing 3 booster packs on a promo, 3 trainers blisters with 2 packs on a promo, and at least 1 special collection. The trainer blisters appear to be a new type of product, so I don't think they even have a picture of it yet, but that's cool, getting another new product. Next, still on PokeBeard here, Walmart imposes purchase limits on Pokemon cards starting November 5th. Walmart will restrict customers to 5 packs and or boxes of trading cards per visit and online. The announcement was posted privately to their employees' back-end system. So, again, super, super good to see. But all right, let's check out some sealed products. We have so many things going down in price right now. It's kind of crazy. First up, we got the Scarlet and Violet base set booster box. It's got up to about $247. Now that's sold $220, $209, $230. And we can get it shipped right now for about $230. Next, Paradox Rift booster box. This got up to $325. Now last sold $215, $229, $229. Next, Obsidian Flames booster box. This got up to $335. Now last sold $290, $299, $308. Next, Paldea Evolve booster box. This got up to $476. Now last sold $401, $385, $394. And yeah, I know a lot of people are starting to panic and they think everything is going to go down to zero. But I'm telling you, this is a good thing that stuff is coming down in price. It's going to give us so many more opportunities to pick up some awesome boxes that we have been wanting that have just been too expensive. Like, I would love to pick up a ton of more Scarlet and Violet Air booster boxes if they get pretty cheap. And I know, everybody likes to compare this boom to the last boom, but the boom during COVID, we never even had every Sword and Shield booster box over $135 at one time. It wasn't even remotely close to the same type of boom. So we still have a long ways to go, and these boxes are still doing super, super good if you really look at it. Next, we got Journey Together. This is just a regular one. This got up to $263, just down a little bit. Now that's sold $248, $240. Next, we have the Enhanced Journey Together booster box. This got up to $265, same thing. Now that's sold $254, $249. Next, Twilight Masquerade. This got up to $331. Now $300, $305, pretty much all at $305. And then we got the Surging Sparks booster box. It's got up to $303. Now last sold $250, $244, $236. Then we have the Mega Evolution Enhanced booster box. This got up to $331. Now last sold $253, $247. And then the regular Mega Evolution booster box. The high for this one is $344. Got down to $277. Back up to $332. And now last sold $246, $248, $285. And then Astral Radiance booster box, getting to some Sword and Shield stuff now. Last sold $381, $380. And before that, we did have a couple sales at $450. Next, Battle Styles booster box. Got up to $289. Now last sold $240, $259, $265. Someone got 6 of them at $265. Next, Silver Tempest booster box. Almost got to $500. Now last sold $419, $420, $462, $415. And then the Lost Origin booster box got up to $822 for the high. Now last sold $6.99, $707, $708. We can get this one shipped right now for $707. Next, Vivid Voltage. Yes, even Vivid is coming down. Next, we got Vivid Voltage Booster Box. This got up to $255. Now last sold $245, $235, $240. And then Brilliant Stars, starting to level out finally. Got up to $546. Now last sold $490, $478, and it's been like that for the last 2 weeks. And then Fusion Strike. This got over $1,000, $1,032. Now last sold $939, $974, $975. And we can get this one shipped from a good seller for $938. And then Chilling Reign. We got 577 was the high. Now that sold $480, $486, $482. And now we are jumping to some Pokemon Center ETBs. This is Surging Sparks, got up to $299. Now that sold $226, $225, $244, $255. Next, the Destin Rivals Pokemon Center ETB got up to $382. Now that sold $347, $349, $337. And then the Celebrations Pokemon Center ETB got up to $393. Now that sold $382, $380, $367, $377. So just starting to come down in price a little bit. And then Journey Together, Pokemon Center ETB got up to $197. Now last sold $169, $170, $159. And then Shrouded Fable, Pokemon Center ETB, $202. Now last sold $155, $138, $135. And then Prismatic Evolutions got up to $406 for their Pokemon Center ETB. Now last sold $354, $346, $370, $350. And then we have the White Flare Pokemon Center ETB. It's got up to $211. Now last sold $171, $168, $155. The Black Bolt one got down to like $180, and now it's starting to go back up in price a little bit again. Next, the Obsidian Flames Pokemon Center ETB. This was at $691. And last sold $539, $539, $613, $682, $632. Wow, that is definitely getting a little bit cheaper. Next, the Paldea Evolve Pokemon Center ETB. Chart looks like it's still going up, says $591, but last sold $509, $490, $469, $469. So you got to check the recently sold right now. Next, the Mega Evolution Pokemon Center ETB with a high of $399. That's crazy. That was before it came out, though. Last sold $215, $204, $190, $205. And before I forget, we have to do the question of the day. So for today's question, which evolution is the best? Vaporeon, Flareon, or Jolteon? Please let me know down below. I'm very excited to read this one. All right, next we have the other Mega Evolution Pokemon Center ETB. This is the Gardevoir 1. Same looking chart. Last sold $199, $190, $229, $217, $205. And we got the Temporal Forces Pokemon Center ETB. This got up to $252. Now that sold $164. That's pretty low. Before that, $205, $199. Next, the regular Celebrations ETB. And pretty much all the ETBs right now are actually down $1 or $2. I just didn't add all of them, but they're all starting to move just a little bit. So we got Celebrations at $252. Now that sold $230, $281, $227. Next, we got the 151 regular ETB. Was at $410. Now last sold $389, $380, $403. Next, we have the Paldean Fates regular ETB. This got up to $296. Now last sold $257, $260, $259. And then we have the regular Paldea Evolved ETB. This got up to $125. Now last sold $120, $117. And then we have the Charizard UPC. This got up to $436. And now last sold a bunch of them at $404 and a couple at $415. Next, we have the Fantasmal Flames Mega Charizard UPC on TCG Player. This was at $392. Now last sold $264, all at $264. Next, we have the Fantasmal Flames regular ETB. You can still get this one a little bit cheaper on eBay, just showing you on TCG Player, but it was at $175. Now last sold $119, $125. And then we have the Fantasmal Flames Booster Box. This is at $344. Now last sold pretty much all at $300. All right, next, let's get into some cards. We got the Rayquaza Amazing Rare. This got up to $24. Now last sold $14, $13, $17. And even the Jirachi, it's got up to $11. Now last sold $6 and $5. Then we have the Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith. Got up to 225. Now last sold 179 for lightly played. Otherwise 200, 180, 236, 205 for near mint. And then we got the Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith. This is the lightly played chart. This got up to $215. Now last sold 165, 201, 175 with pictures, 180. And then we got the Rayquaza VMAX Trainer Gallery. So for the Galarian Gallery and the Trainer Gallery, it's just the top few cards that are going down in price a decent amount. The rest are maybe down like $1, if that. But Rayquaza got to about 150. Now that sold 132, 127, 115. And the Starmie V got up to about 109. Now last sold right at about 100. Next, we have the Magikarp Illustration Rare. This is at $404. Now last sold 302, 263. And we can get it shipped right now for, $270. That is quite the drop. Next, the Squirtle Illustration Rare was at 88. Now last sold 75, 73, 71. And the Eevee Illustration Rare from Twilight Masquerade got up to about $80. Now last sold 61, 64, 65, and 68. And then the Ghastly, this thing went crazy. Got up to $85. Now last sold 57, 66, 58, and 64. And then the Squirtle from 151. Charmander is still holding strong, but Squirtle was at 54. Now last sold 45, 39, 41. And then Ethan's Typhlosion got to $40 and is now below $30. Now last sold 27, 28, 31. And the new Hunter promo with a terrible picture on TCG Player was at 35. Now last sold 24, 22, and 21 down there. And the Marshadow, this card just keeps getting cheaper and cheaper. This is at about $80. Now last sold 21, 22. This thing's about to get below $20, which is crazy. Next, the Ivysaur from Mega Evolution. This was at 65 to start off. Now last sold 19. Oh, that's for Japanese, but the English one, 22, 21, 23, 26. And we have the Bulbasaur. This is the promo. This is the lightly played chart also. Yeah, this is the stamped box topper, was at 40. Now that's sold 19, 21, 27. I hope this thing gets a lot cheaper. Next, the regular Bulbasaur that you actually have to pull. Pretty much around the same price, just a buck or two cheaper. All sales are right at 18. Next, we have the Ninetales Illustration Rare. This was at 32. Now last sold 19, 21, 15. And then we have the Vulpix from Mega Evolution. Such a nice card, was at 34. Now last sold 17, 17, 15, 14. Next, we got some special illustration rares. We got the Team Rockets Mewtwo. This was at $582. Now last sold 511, 499, 501. And the Greninja. Looks like it's going up on the chart. It says 378. But now last sold 315, 320, 360, 348. And we can get it shipped right now for $340. Next, the Sylveon EX from Prismatic was at $390. Now last sold 333, 330. Bunch of sales at 275 and another one at 310. Next, the Pikachu from Surging Sparks was at $350. Now last sold 295, 294, 347. And then we get the Charizard EX from Paldean Fates. Got all the way up to 315. Now last sold 269, 278, 287. And then the Cynthia's Garchomp, love this art, was at 321. Now last sold 212, 220, 225, 243. Then we get the Zard from 151, bouncing back a tiny bit. This was at 305. But now last sold 255, 265, 269. Next, the Mega Lucario from Mega Evolution. This was a $400 card. Now last sold 216, 218, 250. And I still need this card, so I want it to get very cheap. Next, the Mega Gardevoir SIR was at $550. Now last sold 210, 225, 220. And then Ethan's Ho-Oh from Destined Rivals got up to 242. Now last sold 205, 225, 195. And then we got the Mega Venusaur EX. It's got up to 232. This is from Mega Evolution. Now last sold 175, 179, pretty much all right at 170. Next, we have the Mega Latias from Mega Evolution. I have a feeling this is going to be below $100. This was at $236 on release. Now last sold 128, 150, 123. Next, the Zapdos EX was at 95. Now last sold 70, 69, 65. And Blastoise and Venusaur are right around 80. Next, we got the Salamence EX, the best card in Journey Together. This was an $80 card. Now last sold 70, 71, 74. Next, we got some Sword and Shield alternate arts. Umbreon VMAX got up to about $2,300. Now last sold 18, 1550, 1998, 1725, and 1598. And then the Gengar VMAX got up to about $800. Now last sold 720, 841, 649. Ton of sales here ranging from about 650 to about 750. Next, the Giratina V. I feel like no one ever talks about this card anymore, but it was at 630. Now that sold 549, 555, and 666 down there. Next, the Lugia V was at 452. Now that sold 400, 425, 490. Next, we got the Charizard V from Billion Stars. Was at 398. Now last sold 300, 315, 320. And the last Sword and Shield alt art we're checking, then we're going to hop to Fantasmal Flames singles. T-Tar was at about 300. Now last sold 200, 215, 220, 235. And now we're on 130 point, checking Fantasmal Flames. We got the Rotom SIR at 57. We got the Meowth Illustration Rare 65. Dugong 20. Piplup 39. Rotom 55, Flygon 13, 17, the Paldean Wooper 15, Wigglytuff 15, bunch more Meows at around 60, Piplup 26, Togedemaru 9, Toxtricity 9. So honestly, all pretty affordable, and they're going to get even cheaper. The set isn't technically really out yet. Next, we have the Gold Zard. Last sold 750, 777, 1050, 1000, a bunch at 1000. Yeah, all the new sales are around $800. And last on the list, we have the Mega Charizard SIR. Last sold 1,500, 1,350, 1,250, 1,725. And we got a sale at 1,100, which looks like to be the lowest. And then 1,500, 1,500, 1,750, 1,700, 2,615, and another one down there at 1,000. So I think that's our lowest. And then before that, one was at $2,100. So let me know down below what you guys think this card is going to end up at. I am very excited to get this card in my hands. But all right, that was today's Pokemon Flying Friday. If you guys do like this content, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, you guys know what to do. You can check out my Instagram, TikTok, YouTube membership, PSA link, merch, all that. And then if you guys want to watch my last Pokemon Throwback Thursday where we go over the best Greninja cards, and a ton of them are going down in price, and we talk about the upcoming Greninja set, how some of these cards might be a good pickup, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.